Hello, everyone. Welcome back to YBA's Case Sports Sunday. TJ Horgan alongside Tom Kelly. Right now, we have some NFL draft talk for you.
Awesome.
I know Jason and John touched a little bit on the Patriots draft. We'll talk about that for you. So, Roger Goodell was greeted as he came out with some boos. Do you think, by the whole Radio City Music Hall, do you think he was deserving of those?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Yeah, many people not happy with his job so far, but we'll talk about that a little later. New England Patriots' first draft pick was Jamie Collins from Southern Mississippi. In high school and the beginning of college, as you can see, he's an outside linebacker now, but he started off, he played quarterback, then he moved to safety, then he moved to defensive end. But as you can see, his stats in college are right there. However, the biggest thing you can note about Jamie Collins is that he's versatile.
Oh, yeah.
He has the size, and he has the speed, and he has the strength to play an outside linebacker in a 3-4 and a defensive end in a 4-3, which we saw with Chandler Jones. He's certainly a pass rusher. What do you think about Collins?
I really like him because he's versatile. He can play whatever you really want him to play because he can rush the passer, he can drop into coverage, he can do all that stuff for you.
See, I was a little bit confused about this pick because the Wonderlic test, for those of you if you haven't heard about it, the Wonderlic test is basically a test the NFL prospects take at the combine to show basically their intelligence of the game and just in general. And as you know, Bill Belichick likes players who can comprehend his system, not offensive, but defensive also. He likes players who can comprehend football. And Jamie Collins got a 17 on the Wonderlic test, which is very low for a player. Not the lowest of all time, but it is surprisingly low for a Bill Belichick draft pick. How do you think he will fare out in the pros?
Well, I think he'll take some time to develop, like most rookies will, but I think he eventually will get here. If you look at him, look how jacked this guy is. He will get there. He will get there.
He will get. So you don't think he'll come in like Dante Hightower? You don't think he'll be another Dante Hightower or Chandler Jones? You don't think he'll come in and take an immediate role in the defense?
You know, he might, but I think like a lot of young players, he'll need time to develop. What the hell is that?
We have some Macklemore playing in the back. Don't worry about that. But no, it's actually a good song. For those of you who can't hear it, it's "Ceiling Can't Hold Us" by Macklemore.
Okay.
Back to what we were talking about. Do you think he'll come in immediately and take a spot, or do you think he'll take some time to develop behind the linebackers we have?
I think he'll take some time to develop.
Yes. Yeah, definitely versatility is definitely a plus in Belichick's system.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, he can play both linebacker and defensive end.
What you want.
Yeah, however, his downside is physicality. He doesn't get as up close and personal with defenders. He doesn't run through anybody, which I guess is expected of a pass rusher. He is more on the speed side. He was accused. Last year, he played for an 0-12 team.
Ouch.
That's
definitely not good.
That's not a boost to a player's morale. He was accused of dogging it by some scouts.
Dogging it. Ooh.
How do you think that will do in the pros?
Well, obviously, if he comes in with the Patriots, they're not going to go 0-16. Okay, we can count on that.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
But when things do get tough, he has to hope that he doesn't dog it, because if he does, that's not good.
That's true, definitely. However, I don't think Belichick. He's coming into a spot where there is depth at these positions already. So if he does dog it,
you're getting the boot, buddy.
Yeah, he's not staying on the team for very long if Belichick sees that a rookie out of Southern Miss is dogging it. But Belichick, traditionally in drafts, he usually trades down or he goes for surprise picks. And this year he took the old style of trading down, took his first-round pick, traded it for 4 picks from the Vikings. As you can see here, two picks in every round, and being the 2nd, 3rd, and 7th. Only 1 pick in the 4th, as you see. But what do you think of Belichick's draft strategy of trading down for picks? How do you think that's going to work out?
Well, I think it's going to work out really well because the more you get, the better you'll chance to get.
That's true.
Yeah.
And as you know, Tom Brady being a 6th-round pick, I don't know, maybe Michael Buchanan will be the next Tom Brady. You never know that. But, see, Belichick tries to find his studs in later rounds, which is certainly a strategy.
Yeah, it's something you can do.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a different strategy. The next pick they got was Aaron Dobson, a wide receiver from Marshall. Aaron Dobson is mainly a deep ball wide receiver. He'll play the X, he'll go down the field, he'll run, and he'll catch passes. What do you think?
I think it will be really great if they can sort of maybe emulate the Brady-Moss connection of 2007. It's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't compare it to Randy Moss,
no,
but I know what you're saying.
I know, yeah, and it's really good for Brady to have that option.
In terms of raw skill, he does have the size. He is 6'3".
Yes.
He's big, and he has speed, and he has strength to go up and catch balls. He can obviously... He makes some outstanding catches when he was in Marshall. He made some acrobatic one-handed catches, almost reminiscent of Randy Moss. But I didn't like this pick.
Really, well, right.
I was not a fan of this because I wanted to see the Patriots go more of a surprising route with this. As you know, the Patriots, they could take guys who have a history of being troublemakers. I'm specifically talking Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, who got kicked out of LSU for multiple failed drug tests. I wanted to see him on the Patriots.
Really?
I think
really
he was available. He got.
You want to drug in the Patriots, huh?
Well, you see, he got picked in the 3rd round by the Cardinals. I think the Patriots could have grabbed him here, and if he does fail more drug tests, they can obviously kick him out. But right now, the Patriots are so short on defensive backs. Their downfall has been pass defense. If you bring in a guy who is a swing or miss, chances are that he might do something well, especially if he's playing for Bill Belichick. He'll have less of an incentive to go screw off off the field. He'll have less of an incentive to mess up off the field if he's playing for a winning team such as the Patriots. So I really wanted to see him try to draft Tyrann Mathieu here. Didn't happen. He went to the Cardinals. Who knows what's going to happen there? Did you think the Patriots had a chance of drafting anybody, big like Tyrann Mathieu?
Well, really, the Patriots didn't really get high up in the draft because, you know, they're a great team.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't really think they would have had a shot.
I know what you mean. However, another player here was Keenan Allen. He was available here. Keenan Allen was available when they drafted Aaron Dobson. He was projected to be top 2 or 3 wide receivers in the draft, but he fell mainly because his drug test was red flagged because of suspicious amounts of water. They're saying he might have tried to flush his system. However, I think the Patriots could have taken a chance. Again, another guy suspected of drugs. They've not found anything, just suspicious amounts of water. However, I think Bill Belichick could take these guys and work them into hard-working players instead of players who might mess up off the field.
I know what you're saying,
Another pick who I would like to see them got maybe here was a quarterback. Surprising.
Quarterback. I don't think that's an issue.
Every quarterback but E.J. Manuel and Geno Smith were on the board at this point in the draft. Matt Barkley, Ryan Nassib of Syracuse, they could have done something with these guys. I don't trust Ryan Mallett as much as our backup. They have Ryan Mallett and Mike Kafka. I would like to see Tom Brady and Matt Barkley on the same team.
Really?
That would be a recipe for success, being mentored by Matt Barkley. However, then Brady knows that his job after he gets older, he might play on the Patriots till he dies. You never know. That might be Belichick's perspective. What do you think of their prospects if they could have drafted a quarterback?
Well, I don't really see the Patriots drafting a quarterback because you have Tom Brady. You have one of the best, if not the best quarterback that has ever played the game. Yeah, I'm definitely in the minority there, thinking they should have drafted a quarterback. However, with their pick after this, they got Logan Ryan, a cornerback from Rutgers. Rutgers was a theme in this draft for the Patriots. They got 3 Rutgers players. Rutgers, especially after the thing with their basketball coach.
Mike Rice, yeah. So Logan Ryan is known for being very physical and having a reckless abandon with his body on the field. He'll run around the field and knock some defenders. That's similar to Dunta Robinson used to be on the Falcons. But what do you think of the Patriots drafting a guy who has some potential for injuries and fines? What do you think of this pick? Well, I really like it because he's a cornerback. That's what the Patriots desperately need. If you saw in the AFC Championship game when Talib went down, you see how much the Patriots defense suffered. I think this was fantastic. You're true right there. The Patriots did need to shore up on the defensive back area, which they did in this draft. However, I don't think any of these guys will be starting right as they come to the NFL. They'll need some time. Yeah. But they'll get there. I'd agree. Because you have Razai Dowling, who the Patriots picked 2 years ago. If he, barring another season-ending injury, which isn't a given because he's had 2 of those in the past 2 years ever since he's been in the pros, but if he does come back, then he could certainly be some help with the Patriots offense. Another fact to mention about Logan Ryan, he needs some control on the field. He's not very fast, and he often tries to compensate for that with hitting more receivers, which could be a problem in terms of playing style. Well, yeah, because with the recent rule changes, you don't want to get caught with maybe a helmet-to-helmet.
You don't want a fine. You don't want a player who constantly goes out there and gets fined.
Yep. Pick after this, Daron Harmon, a safety also from Rutgers. Here's another Belichick surprising pick. Last year, Belichick drafted Tavon Wilson. Last year, Tavon Wilson was from Illinois, the 48th player selected, but nobody's really heard of Daron Harmon. NFL.com gave him a rating of 50, which is certainly one of the lowest ones you could get. This is a very surprising pick. What do you think, Tom?
I think it is, because if you draft a very obscure player that no one knows anything about, Belichick.
Clearly, Belichick knew something about him. I'm not going to judge this pick. I don't know enough about Daron Harmon.
I have no idea who he is until today. So.
I haven't seen him play, so I can't judge this pick. However, last year, just to mention, Tavon Wilson was picked. He was similar to Daron Harmon in that nobody really knew who he was.
Yeah.
He played all 16 games for the Patriots. So Belichick could be picking out rising stars.
He could be onto something here, but only time will tell.
Yeah, exactly. Lastly, the Patriots did trade Jeff Demps and a conditional 7th-round pick in a future draft for LeGarrette Blount, a running back. What do you think of this trade, Tom?
I really like this because this will give Stephen Ridley and LeGarrette Blount kind of a competition, for the starting role as the running back.
I really like this. The Patriots now, they have 5 running backs on the team. All can compete for a spot. Ridley might be the starter. However, LeGarrette Blount didn't really have a spot in Tampa Bay because he was more of a power running back, and Doug Martin certainly took that spot. However, with the Patriots picking up of Leon Washington, exclusively a kick returner and 3rd-down running back, Jeff Demps became expendable, and they could go out and get a guy who can punch it in from the goal line like LeGarrette Blount.